one more question, Rishabh. Have you installed the Kali on Hyper-V, and that issue is resolved related to the full screen display, or I think it's already resolved. The file is there.
Sir,
Anyone?
Kali,
They provide.
sir, I didn't have that issue. Kali full screen. I never had that issue.
You never had with the
No.
VirtualBox. I think you have uploaded, downloaded a latest or the. Just wait, one package file.
I mean, you have to use the guest additions virtual disk
Guess
from
that is
virtual. If you're using VirtualBox, you have to use the guest additions, and then it will, go to full screen. But it still doesn't work for me, and to be honest, it doesn't bother me. So, I've just left it like that.
okay, okay, okay. Anyone who was
Yeah.
facing that issue? Yeah, Pranjal?
No, but I would like to add one thing. There is a package which you
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
install after installing your Linux system. You need to run it in your commands, Linux command prompt, and then you will have. You can resize the screen as per as you want. It will work fine with that.
yes, yes. Just wait. I'm showing you that package and that thing I have installed. But give me a minute. Okay, I don't know. It will take time. I'm missing that all the that folder where I keep. Okay, I will check it and then we will discuss. Okay, so let's come on our today's session. I think other people are getting bored, and of course we are spending our time in the different. Yeah. Okay, so Shri, how are you? Yeah, Shri is not saying anything. Okay, okay, okay. So let's continue, guys. Yesterday we have discussed or we have completed the discussion on a cloud adoption framework. Okay, so we are continuing from that. Just give me a minute. Yesterday I discussed with you this, I think, adoption and all.
So can you repeat?
Yeah, just
Yes.
wait. Please. Yeah, now I am maintaining the file because six labs are in a week, so I'm a little bit confused to what I have completed with which page. So that's why I'm maintaining this file. Give me a minute. In the morning, I have a session with the A batch. So yeah, now we are creating this for the B batch also. So guys, with the B batch, in last two units, first and second, so introduction to cloud computing, all the things, advantages, disadvantages, basic of the cloud computing, virtualization, types of virtualization, importance of virtualization in the cloud computing, and practical related to that, the deployment of virtualization with the Hyper-V. This thing we have completed. Then on Monday, you were present, or if you are joining the session. So that time I have introduced the AWS Amazon Web Service. So I have given a little introduction, a little bit introduction related to the AWS Amazon Web Service. I think everyone will be comfortable if I am asking a simple question. What is AWS and what is the meaning of this web service? So anyone is comfortable to answer this question? Yeah. What
Sir,
is
AWS.
Rishabh? I am not
Sorry.
asking you. Safe,
Okay,
safe
okay.
will answer this one. Yeah. Safe, Usain, Pema. These three guys. If you are comfortable, then answer. Kalab also. Yeah. What is AWS and what is web services? Can you give me some example of web services? Have you developed any web application and deploy any web application anywhere? Yeah, I'm not asking with the Rishabh and yeah, with the Rishabh. So other people, please involve in this if you are comfortable with. My question is, what is AWS? What is web services? Okay. Next, my question is, uh, did anyone have deployed or anything you know about the deployment of, yeah, Pranjan, you can.
Yes, like web services, I have recently started learning DevOps, so I know what is deployment of web services and how AWS work in that. It helps in maintaining the real-time management of the web services or web application which we are deploying for the user purpose on the market, and it also helps us to manage, keep a track of that and manage that. Like if we push out the updates and also if we find some bugs and roll back to that. So this is what I understand by deployment of web application and how AWS works in that to help.
Okay, okay. Okay, so guys, if I'm just concentrating on the first step of the contain, so the first step of the contain was the introduction to the AWS. So we called, or we are just keeping this thing in our mind. AWS is one kind of cloud. This cloud is developed and the cloud is providing the services, and it's maintained by Amazon company. And this Amazon company have started its own business in the e-commerce field, and now they were using the web services, but now they are offering the web services. The first step was just start key. They have started their business in the e-commerce, and they have a requirement of web services. So a lots of web service they have required. So when they develop their own web services, and they were offering the web services and working with the web services for their customer, so they were comfortable कि यार we can provide this type of web services to different companies also. So they have started and they are offering their web services which were they are using earlier for own system, but now they are offering their services to the number of IT company in all over the world. So when they are offering their own web services to all over the world to deploy and to connect, so this thing we call the Amazon Web Services. So in this Amazon Web Service, if you will go into the development of the web service, then you will definitely get a lots of details related to that. Now, for this example, in the last session, we have completed this introduction. Now, how how the business, how the companies will know about the AWS and how you will convince them. So there is a feature that we call the AWS Cloud Adoption Framework. So yesterday I was explaining all the parts of AWS Cloud Adoption Framework. So we are just winding the things in a few minutes. Then we are coming on the today's topic, on the next topic, that is just wait. Mm, that will be AWS billing and costing. If you are not connecting yourself with the real life example, then it will just a task, it will just a open talk. So that's why I am connecting with the real life example. Now you can consider for the real life example, what will be the mean of cloud adoption for anyone. Now, Pranjal, Rishabh, you will agree, we have a MU portal and we have our own infrastructure. That means when you will come to the university, so university have its own server, university have its own data center. And how many applications are running on this server and on this data center? So one application for the mobile app, are you getting my point? One application for the mobile app. So some student are accessing the portal in the mobile app. It's one application. Some module related to the gate pass and maintenance and this all inventory type of services. This is one module of my portal. Another module like library facilities. Okay. Another module like account, Okay, and another module like the student exam and this all. So this all modules are running with various applications, and these things are going to maintain in the MU portal on the server. Now how this all applications are getting the data? So this all applications are getting the data from the data center of the MU system. So this is what on premises system, and it's working and you are using all the times. Is it clear? Now please understand the billing concept, ki what are the changes and what is the adoption for this. Is it clear to everyone? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now we are coming on the point. Suppose someone is coming, just wait. In this on premises, in this on premises infra or MU portal, now yearly, once when university contact to a IT company, so they charge to develop this all modules. Okay, they contact to a IT company, so they charge for the development of this around 1 crore rupees. Okay, and university is spending every year, so the infrastructure was also included in this 1 crore. Okay, suppose server and development and this all, so this was included. It's just an estimate. Okay, so 1 crore rupees, and the infrastructure, so the server and data center and all the drives, UPS, anything, if you are expecting for this thing, so it's come into a budget of 1 crore rupees. Now MU is spending every year to maintain this module around 30 lakh rupees per year. So 1 crore rupees was the cost when they buy this, and the 30 lakh rupees cost to maintain, to execute this thing for a 1 year. So is it right, or is it possible for a small university to spend the 30 lakh rupees, for a small company to spend the 30 lakh rupees for the maintenance? Now still we have some issues. If I am giving, or I really face this issue, and I was doing the case study of this. So in the maintenance, the system is perfect, or you will say, ki, sir, I am not getting any issue with the Marwadi portal, I am not getting any issue in any services. But to maintain these services, to execute these services, or the people who are working with this, they are facing some issues. So what are the issue? One issue I am going to share with you. When exam is happening, so with this infra, mobile app is not working properly. Are you getting my point? Mobile app for the exam is not working properly. Second issue, if more than 1000 students are trying to log in on the portal for exam, then the server is going to down. This two issue. Everyone is comfortable with this two issue? Or are you getting these two issues? Rishabh, I hope you
Yes,
have,
sir.
Pranjal and Rishabh, I hope you have faced this issue in last examination.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and most of the time server not reachable, suddenly down ho gaya, फिर then you will relog in. So
Yes, sir.
in the mid same we were facing. So what is the issue? If university is spending this lots of amount to maintain the things, then still we are facing the issue. So student will say यार यूनिवर्सिटी का पोर्टल ही काम नहीं करता है, then you will say कि इनका यार सॉफ्टवेयर अच्छा नहीं है. So this all people will, the negative marketing will come into the market. So one person like me, okay, I'm not saying one person like me from the AWS. So any person from the AWS, or they just discuss this all issues with a IT consultant. The IT consultant are available in the market. So they just discuss this all issue with the IT consultant, and some person was guiding, who was maintaining the infra from on site or on premises. So he was saying ki, sir, we have to spend more amount to buy some server, so our server capacity will increase. Okay, and we have to just update our application, and we have to update something from where university buy this software. So they were saying, yeah, you have to invest in infrastructure and you have to update your software from our side. So we will charge around 30 lakh rupees more for this. Okay, so your system will work. So 30,000 for the maintenance, 30 lakh rupees per year for the maintenance is already spending. 1 crore is already gone. And to update the system, we have to spend the 30 lakh more. But the system is, the management is not comfortable with this. So what happened? This all, they refused this all things, and one IT consultant come into the picture, and he was saying, you have to use one kind of service of the cloud, and you have to migrate your system on the cloud. So that IT consultant was saying, yeah, you have to migrate your system on the IT cloud. So this management asked to the buyer, or to say, sorry, the management asked to the seller IT company, can we migrate our whole system on the any cloud? Then he say, or he was agree, yeah, you can migrate this all system. So now MU University contact to any cloud provider. Okay, now this MU University is contact to any cloud provider. Now if this people, just wait guys, I'm continuing, important call is coming, just wait. Okay, sorry guys. Yeah. Okay. So this point is clear in this phase. Okay, this all part, when our portal is working, development, deployment, maintenance, this all thing are the part of web services. Is it clear? So the web service will be clear to everyone. Now the on premises web services are running at the Marwadi University with their portal. Now the a lots of problems was coming to use this, and people was not satisfied with the services of this on premises application. So one consultant come into the picture, and he was saying ki, you have to migrate your on premise application on the cloud. So now they ask with all the cloud provider ki, the management, MU management ask to IT consultant, please suggest the best cloud providers. So three cloud provider come into the market. One is AWS, second GCP, third Microsoft, or we are considering the Azure. Now when these three cloud provider are coming to the picture, so they were giving their detail ki, you have to adopt my system, you have to adopt my system, you have to adopt my system. So when they were giving this thing, so that was, if we are talking about the point of view of the AWS, so that was AWS cloud adoption framework. So every cloud provider have its own framework to sell, to convince the people what they are offering. So this we call the CAF. Is it clear? What is the CAF? Now what will be the inside this CAF? I will explain. अभी ये समझ में आया कि क्लाउड एडॉप्शन फ्रेमवर्क क्या है?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, other guys, Pema, Dhruvi, Shri, Kalap. Okay. Now, what is inside the cloud adoption framework? So inside the cloud adoption framework, yesterday we have discussed, I think this diagram will be clear. So yesterday we have discussed cloud adoption framework, CAF, of AWS. I am not explaining anything related to the Azure and GCP. We are just talking about the CAF of AWS. So this AWS is offering, the first thing, always focus on process. Okay, I will show you some slide. Process, people, and technology. So in this process, people, and technology, we have discussed the 6 part. First was business, people, governance, then platform, security, and operation. This business, people, and governance, we consider the non-IT function. सो स्टूडेंट का क्या ओपिनियन है, फैकल्टीज का क्या ओपिनियन है, और पेरेंट्स का क्या ओपिनियन है फॉर दिस सिस्टम एंड विच टाइप ऑफ इश्यूज दे आर फेसिंग, दिस विल कम इनटू द पीपल. बिजनेस, what will be the benefits will come and how much saving will be happen with the management, how cost effective, and how much the less price and all the benefits will come into the point when they are shifting or migrating or adopting the AWS. So it will come into the business. In the governance, it was just a part key. If MU is shifting their data center to AWS, and exam paper is going to leak, result is going to leak, any security lacking is happening from the side of AWS, so what will be the legal actions? So this all legal actions are coming, or the types are coming into the governance. So I think non-functional or non-IT functions will be clear. In the non-IT functions, first is business, second is people, and third is governance. So business, that means management कितना satisfied है AWS cloud पे migrate होने में, और business में क्या changes हो रहे हैं. So you know the system will work fast and all the customer will get the benefits. That means the customer are students and faculties and the parents. So they will get the better facility. Then the people. So all the people, those are involved in the management, stakeholders, and users. These are the people. How much they are satisfied when we are migrating with the, or we are adopting the cloud. And the governance. So the policy, what will be the data, and what will be the legal issues involvement with the governance. So this all was the non-IT functions. I think everyone will be comfortable in the cloud adoption framework. 3 parts, core. These 3 core parts are divided into a 6 part. First, business, people, and governance. Now, third part was IT part. So in the third IT part, there was a platform. Okay. So for our MU product, for MU portal, there will be a platform requirement. They will suggest what they are giving into the platform. Second, security. So what AWS is offering into the security, the person will guide on that. And the operations, how it will operate my MU portal for a better service. So that we call the technical part. So mainly we will focus on platform, security, and operations. This business, people, and governance was just a decision of management. Is it clear, guys? In this platform, security, and operation, I have explained a lots of things yesterday. Just wait, give me a minute. What I have explained in this. Yeah. Give me a minute. Yes, this was the cloud
Operations
CAF.
manager,
Just
IT support manager.
if we are just coming on the last point. Yes, governance, that means the security contract between AWS and MU. So we will just follow this MU platform everywhere. We are now in the platform. So what you are getting into the platform? So this was compute option, network option, storage, database, system, solution architect, and applications. So guys, if you will just go into the deep of this, so the compute, that means the server, network, how many students can use this application and how fast they can, what will be the storage capacity, how much storage I will get, and how much data the database you can maintain, the system and solution architect, which type of systems you are offering me, and how many application will be in this site. So this all six part are the conventions. They will offer the best services in this way. They will give, suppose we have a small server, they will give the large server. If we have a small network capability, they will offer a large bandwidth. They will offer a large storage. They will offer a large database. So why management will not shift there? So these are, if they are offering the less, then we will not. So the first thing was platform. We have discussed it on yesterday. Okay, now we are coming on the next, security. So what they will offer in the security, this I have explained. Yeah, so they will offer in the security, so the identity and access management, I will explain this all: detective control, infrastructure security, data center protections. So this अभी हम लोग जो सिक्योरिटी गार्ड से, अभी हमारे पास जो आइडेंटिटी एक्सेस मैनेजमेंट है, अभी हमारा जो इंसिडेंस रिस्पॉन्स सिस्टम है, दिस ऑल आर स्लो. इफ 2 days electricity is not coming into Rajkot due to the flood, then the incidence response will down. You will not capable to access the portal. So that is the incidence response example. If anything is happening, the power supply is cut into the university, so the data will not protected, or the people will not receive the data. So this all type of they will offer, they will give the 99.9% features or facility for the all security aspect. So guys, this will be the option. So definitely management will convince for that. In the last, operations. Okay, so in the operation they will provide, in generally what is happening, we have some employees, those are maintaining and managing this all things, but they will just provide this all information and the maintenance services on their portal. So the service monitoring, any issue is happening with any service in our system, so they will monitor. If a server is going to down for the exam, then they will respond for that, they will just execute that. Application performance monitoring, if any application is not running properly, then they will give the speed, they will give the traffic, this all things they will provide. Resource inventory management, what are the resources, how many resources, if a student are increased, then you have to access your resource management. So this thing we will discuss later. Reporting and analytics, what is the use of your application, business continuity, disaster recovery, IT service catalog. This all features they will offer into the operation. Now, यदि मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि ऋषभ, प्रांजल, श्री, anyone is going to join the IT industry and they are working to AWS, so they will just work to handle the service monitoring system. They will handle the resource inventory management in the company. They will handle the reporting and analytics for any application which is provided by their company through the AWS. So how many jobs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 type of jobs and responsibilities. In every, if we are considering 5, 5, so the 15 type of responsibility will be there. So it will not a development, it will not anything, it will just a management. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now I think everyone will be comfortable with this example. Now we are coming on the next module for the course. So that was the first module. Now we are going to start our next module. This next module is a cloud economic and billing. Now most of the students are always confused, ki, sir, what is the billing, how we will pay. You know, it's one type of service, so you have to understand in that way. Now, same example, MU portal, IT consultant, selected AWS, MU will shift with the AWS to the cloud adoption framework, cause ये तीनों ही एम्प्लॉय आए थे या तीनों ही क्लाउड वाज दिस थ्री क्लाउड वाज कॉन्टेक्टिंग टू MU and MU is comfortable with AWS cloud adoption framework. Now what will happen with this cloud AWS adoption framework? Now management will ask for the pricing with the AWS ki how much you will charge to me to deploy and to come. So AWS offer two type of pricing. Okay, now please understand the two type of pricing. That's why I am explaining two type of pricing. One, on premises execution and limited service execution. Limited service execution on AWS. That means what? First, if you want to run or maintain all the things from your premises, so that will be on premises, but AWS will manage this thing. If you will manage most of the part from your infrastructure and on your infrastructure, but you will host it some important and some crucial services from the AWS platform. So one, when you are using the on the commodity or self hardware, so they will charge differently. And if you are just or you are completely shifting the things on the AWS premises, then they will charge differently. तो इज इट क्लियर? या तो आप आपके इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पे ही AWS सर्विसेज को एक्सेस कीजिए, देन दे विल चार्ज डिफरेंटली, और यू हैव टू जस्ट डिस्ट्रॉय और यू कैन जस्ट shift, or you can sell your infrastructure and you are just going to shift complete things on the AWS. So let's discuss on the billing part, how they will charge and what is the procedure for their bill. So now IT consultant was asking and the AWS was asking, so the MU management was not comfortable ki which type of services we have to use and which type of accessment we have to get. So they can just plan their use cases for both the condition. So here the use case will come into the picture. So they will just decide their use case. Then the IT consultant and the AWS associate or architect associate will guide you have to shift on which platform. Are you getting my point? Who will guide?
Yes,
the AWS associate will guide you have to select, because you have already infrastructure, then the charge will be high if you are completely going to shift on the cloud. So you want to access your existing infrastructure, but you just want to get some services from the AWS, then you can come on this platform. So Rishabh and Pranjal, which will be the best option? Should we migrate completely on the cloud, or should we use the partially AWS? What you will suggest in this case? या श्री, प्रांजल, कलाप, MU को क्या करना चाहिए? What Marwadi University should take the action? It should be on premises AWS execution or AWS premises execution. What we have to select? Yes, can you give the all the student, if this concept is clear, So which plan we have to select? Yazen, Vijay, Samir, Safe, everyone, please give me your plan. If you are a management of the Marwadi University, then which plan you will select? One, some part should be and complete part should be. Now some part will less cost and complete part will high cost, but it will a little bit slow or it will a completely fast. So what you will suggest, Rishabh, Pranjal?
Sir, full.
Full? Okay, give me the reason.
Full, sir, full.
So because the end user, in this case, student should not experience any issues.
But you know, if I am in a new startup, then I will be comfortable with the full. If I am migrating my existing infra, then I will use the partial, because most of the resources I just want to extend my system. I don't want to change my system. Are you getting my point? I have a car. I just want to change my car in a version. Okay. I don't want to sell my car. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
अब ये तो नहीं है ना कि यार फास्ट कार के लिए कार रेंट पे ले ले. If I have not a car, then I will definitely take a fast car on rent. But I have already car and I am a owner of the car, then I will just modify, or I will just what we can say, I will change my car for a high speed. Okay, but the ownership should be at my end. If I am not a owner, or if I am a new user, then I can completely migrate. So university will just select this plan. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Because we have data center. Now what are the benefits if we are completely going to shift, or year by year? For the new resources, we will depend on the AWS, but some existing resources we will use at our own premises. I think everyone will be comfortable with this. So how we can select this? So just spend 4-5 minutes with this video, so it will clear the billing and the introduction to fundamental pricing and ownership. This all concept will be clear to you. So the total cost ownership, it's a concept of AWS and TCO I was explaining today. Okay, so just wait. What we covered today with you. So the feature of AWS that we are saying in total cost, benefits. The service of the AWS and the concept we have covered today. So everyone is comfortable. Now it's in just starting how you will start to deploy on the cloud. Now just go through this video, then you will get lots of details and benefits. It's already okay when we have started. Yeah. So 10 minutes video you can just spend, then I am going on the attendance.
Welcome to section 2, total cost of ownership. Many businesses ask, how do you compare on-premises versus cloud implementations? The difference between these two options is how they're deployed. An on-premises infrastructure is installed on a company's own computers and servers. There are several fixed costs, also known as capital expenses, that are associated with this traditional infrastructure.
Yeah, so we are following the traditional infrastructure for the MU at this time. Okay, this thing we have. Now we are just going to equal on this.
Capital expenses include facilities, hardware, licenses, and maintenance staff. Scaling up can be expensive and time-consuming. Scaling down does not reduce fixed costs. A cloud infrastructure is purchased from a service provider who builds and maintains the facilities, hardware, and maintenance staff. A customer pays for what is used. Scaling up or down is simple. Costs are easy to estimate because they depend on service use. It is difficult to compare an on-premises IT delivery model with the AWS cloud. The two are different because they use different concepts and terms. To evaluate an on-premise solution, consider capital expenditure and long planning cycles. This model requires multiple components to buy, build, manage, and refresh resources over time. Evaluation of AWS Cloud involves a discussion about flexibility, agility, and consumption-based costs. So how can you identify the best option? You can identify the best option by comparing the on-premises solution to a cloud solution. Total cost of ownership, or TCO, is a financial estimate intended to help buyers and owners determine the direct and indirect costs of a product or system. TCO includes the cost of a service, plus all the costs that are associated with owning the service. In the cloud environment, TCO is used to compare the cost of running an entire infrastructure environment for a specific workload in an on-premises or co-location facility to the same workload running on a cloud-based infrastructure. Companies use this comparison for budgeting purposes or to make decisions about the optimal deployment solution. Some of the costs associated with data center management include server costs for both hardware and software, and facilities costs to house the equipment, storage costs for the hardware, administration, and facilities, network costs for hardware, administration, and facilities, and IT labor costs that are required to administer the entire solution. When you compare an on-premises to a cloud solution, it is important to accurately assess the true and
Sir,
Yeah.
use, which
Sir,
results.
sir, I have to go somewhere. Sir, can you please note my attendance because I won't be able to come in time.
Yeah. You can.
Sir, I'll put my roll number in the chat box, okay?
Yeah, Rishabh, I will.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay, so just a comparison. It's an I can't give you this type of. I was just giving the example of MU, but when you will just go with this comparison, then everyone will be comfortable. What is the charge difference for this? So in amount, you can easily understand this. So just wait. I am going to show you the amount. Yeah.
Is $167,422. The AWS Cloud 3-year total cost is $7,509, which is a 96% savings over the on-premises solution. Thus, the 3-year total savings using cloud infrastructure would be $159,913. This comparison helps a business clearly understand the differences between the alternatives. What is the difference in the costs? Remember, the on-premises solution is predicted. It continues to incur costs whether the capacity is used. In contrast, the AWS solution is commissioned when needed and decommissioned when the resources are no longer in use, which results in lower overall costs. AWS offers the AWS pricing calculator to help you estimate a monthly AWS bill.
Yes. I will also show you the price calculator. So I think by this slide, it will be clear the difference. You can 1 lakh rupees and 7,000 rupees. If for the 3 years you are spending the 7,000 rupees, and for 3 years you are spending the 1.5 lakh rupees. So you can just imagine the difference. So how you can calculate? So the price calculator, it's in use key. What is your application? So please understand what is the price calculator and how it's work. Okay.
You can use this tool to explore AWS services and create an estimate for the cost of your use cases on AWS. You can model your solutions before building them, explore the price points and calculations behind your estimate, and find the available instance types and contract terms that meet your needs. This enables you to make informed decisions about using AWS. You can plan your AWS costs and usage or price out setting up a new set of instances and services. The AWS pricing calculator helps you estimate monthly costs of AWS services, identify opportunities for cost reduction, and model your solutions before building them. It also allows you to explore price points and calculations behind your estimate and find the available instance types and contract terms that meet your needs. The AWS pricing calculator enables you to name your estimate and to create and name groups of services. Groups are containers that you add services to in order to organize and build.
Yes. So guys, when you will just go on to the price calculator, so you can just select your budget according to month, according to year, according to services, what you are getting, how you will use. So I'm just going to end this thing here related to this. But for the real life example, when you will just log in, it's my login on my AWS portal. So you can just create your account. So in the AWS management console, the first screen will come like this. Here I can go into all the services. So this services we will discuss later ki how we can use, and I will explain continuously. Okay, so when you will just click on the service, it's an AWS cloud. Okay, so when you will just click on the service, so there will be EC2, Lite, Lambda, Ben, EC2 Builder, App Engine. Then you can just go into the machine learning related services. You can just go on the VR, satellites, storage, analytics, database. Now I you can just imagine what are the name of these services, and these names have also some sub services. So guys, if we are just going on the home console, yeah, so there will be a starting process that we are saying the billing. So you can just click on this billing, then you can just estimate your bill. So that was the cost effective. It will just run. Just wait. Give me a time. Yeah. So all the features, how much charge, what phase you are using, which type of plan you are expecting for, what's your budget. So we will decide the budget also. We will just start the billing process also. We will just use the credit also. So I will request to everyone, if it is possible, then you can just come on the, yeah, like I have set my budget, it's only the 0.1 dollar, because earlier I was using the free tier 1 year. Now it's finished, so I have to set, because they are using, or they will ask the, so this all things I will explain. So this is the billing console of the AWS. Anyone have any doubt? So the first console of the AWS will be the billing, IMA, and EC2. So we are not going on EC2. We were just discussing the billing. So guys, you can just go through this video to module 2. It's related to this. Next, we will discuss how we can set the budget, how we can come on the organization ownership, how we can come the billing dashboard, how we can use this all thing practically. I will explain you in the next session. So it's our second module. Is it clear? What is the second module introduction? Yes, please. Okay. So we are just ending the session here. In the next lab, we will practically perform some billing, budget, execution, and all. So you will you will comfortable with that. Yeah, Pema. Okay. So from my side, I am going to end this session. Wait for the attendance, and yeah, use and wait for a minute.